Here's my card, and here are the 5 people. Okay. Picture this. You make plans with a friend and you decide to watch a movie, and while you're there, somebody says something funny and you start laughing, and the next thing you know, you wake up and your friend's over you asking you what's wrong and what happened. Some people deal with sleep disorders daily, and the one I just mentioned is an example of narcolepsy. My father suffers from a sleep disorder called sleep apnea, and when he was going through it, it made me realize how dangerous it was because we almost lost him. Narcolepsy, sleep apnea, and Klein-Levin syndrome are 3 sleep disorders that people all over the world suffer from. Narcolepsy starts with the loss of neurons, and according to Michael Thorpe, this sleep disorder heightens in adulthood, so you may not even find it until you're an adult or until you've aged more. The most common symptom is cataplexy, which is the sudden loss of muscle tone, which can cause them to get injured, and it is a very dangerous symptom. Medicine has recently come out, though, that helps with cataplexy. It's called sodium oxybate, and it is the first drug that has been approved to help people with narcolepsy and cataplexy. According to Michael Thorpe, it is a very efficient way of treatment for people who suffer from narcolepsy. But not all disorders are hard to find and don't have many treatments. Sleep apnea is very easily identifiable, and there are multiple treatments that can be used depending on who you are or what symptoms you have, depending on the person. Sleep apnea affects the patient's everyday life. It makes them feel fatigued, poorly motivated, and extremely sleepy. An article called Symptoms of Depression says that sleep apnea causes depression. It makes stress in a relationship it makes you work poorly when you're at your job and lessens your enjoyment of life. There are a few treatments, and one of them is a CPAP machine. You use it as you sleep, and it helps you breathe normally. It's kind of like a mask over your face. Another one is surgery, and according to an article called Sleep Apnea, only about 50% of people who have the surgery are better afterwards. One disorder that is not as common as sleep apnea is Klein-Levin syndrome. Klein-Levin syndrome is also known as Sleeping Beauty syndrome, and it is rare. An article on globalgenes.org by Jeff Mann says that 1 in a million people suffer with this, and 70% of the people that suffer with it are male. Some of the symptoms include sleeping 12 to 24 hours at a time, which is excessive sleeping. It causes speech impairment, memory problems, and compulsive symptoms. Medication can sometimes lighten the symptoms, like mood alters or stimulants can help with the symptoms of Klein-Levin syndrome. Caregivers usually live with the people that suffer with this disorder because the patient has anxieties and has disruptive behavior and just needs help and needs somebody to be with them and live with them. In conclusion, sleep disorders have life-altering effects, and some of these even cause death. Narcolepsy, sleep apnea, and Klein-Levin syndrome are just 3 of the many disorders in the world that people suffer from. Sleep disorders rule some people's lives, and hopefully with our world's technology as it becomes greater, researchers will be able to find ways that people with sleep disorders can cope and have a good lifespan, or have a good life, and be able to live their life to the fullest. And here are the 5 people again.